Hi ARK fans, welcome to ARK Invest Daily, your daily dose of ARK information. Today in highlights, we have 13 more new companies added in Israel ETF of theirs. Yesterday, if you watched the episode, they added 5 more companies in Israel, and today again 13 more. So a total of 18 companies in a matter of 2 days. They sure are on a roll there. So we'll go over what are those 13 companies and what's the investment level in a bit. And we will also put a spotlight on DraftKings just to see a longer trend, how ARK has been investing in it. Are they bullish? Have they been taking the profit, or they're buying the dips? So stay with me to find out more about these, and we'll also go over the biggest moves of the day. Please like and subscribe. That's the free way to show support to this channel, and this content will reach more and more people. Thank you. I'll see you on the other side. Welcome back, guys. In our summary section, we keep an eye on high-level numbers like market value. And market value today, it's not a good news. It has reached 44.6 billion, which is 3.6% down from yesterday. So yesterday it was 46.34. Today it's 44.65. So almost 2 billion down there. Not good. This is the distribution in all the ETFs that they have. ARKK maintaining the biggest slice of the pie there, 49.6%. Followed by genomics, next generation web, fintech, robotics, autonomous space, print, and Israel. So that's Israel is the smallest piece of the pie, slice of the pie. But look at the number of companies that they are invested in. This is the highest. This has the highest number of companies, 74. So that's what our highlight is today. Total number of companies have risen to 290 thanks to Israel fund, where they have added 13 more now today. So yesterday they added 5 more, which took the total count from 272 to 277, and today 13 more to take it to 290. So that's the summary section. Let's go over to the biggest moves quickly without wasting much time. People who have been following this channel know that we look at biggest move 2 ways. One, by the changes in percentage of shares. So all the biggest changes in the percentage shares will show up here. If any company moved their shares more than 10%, so today's threshold is 10%, just to make it more consumable, will show up here. And then we will make this as 0 and increase the market value threshold to some value that makes it more consumable. Then we'll look at biggest moves by market value, because that's a function of stock price as well. So those are the 2 ways we'll look at it. So first, by percentage of share, these are the companies that satisfy that criteria. This is their ranking in the 290 companies that they are invested in. All of these, as you can see at the tail end, 288, 285, 4. So these are the stocks where they bought the most. And I'm not surprised that as the top companies are the ones that they recently invested in. So initial few days they keep pouring in money, keep buying more and more. The companies that they recently started investing in, all these are Israel companies. And as I hover over these, you'll see more information. So Coal Plant Biotechnologies, as you can see, has just 2 data points in the trend chart, shares, and stock price, because they started investing just yesterday in this. And it is Israel is the fund where they are invested, even though this is the biggest change in terms of percentage of shares. But look at the market value change, that caused hardly anything there. Then you have Pure Pearl Biotech, again, new company yesterday, big move there. Stock price slightly up, and not a big difference in the market value, as you can see. Vascular Biogenics, again, new company, just 2 data points there. Innoviz, again, a new company, Israel fund, and just 2 data points. MediWound, again, the new company. So these were the 5 new companies that were added yesterday. And then day before yesterday, they added 2 companies. One is Concord Acquisition Corp, and then Khosla. So those 2 have 3 data points. As you can see, they keep buying more and more of those. This is typical of them when they start investing in some company. Initial few days, you will see spike in percentage of shares. That's what you're seeing here. These are slightly bigger moves than the Israel companies. As you can see, this is 5 million and this is 7.2 million. Now, Verve Therapeutics is one company that I have been featuring for quite some time today, especially because a lot of insiders bought this. And ARK keeps on adding more and more shares, and more so recently. As you can see, there is a spike in shares trend there present in ARKG, and stock price has also gone up and then corrected itself just a little bit there too. So 11% more shares, value of 1.4 million, not a lot of value there though. Ranking is 138, so somewhere in the middle of the pack. Then we have the negative movements. The biggest negative is Huya, that keeps popping every day. They've almost completely removed it. Then you have Intercure, 19% removed. ITMR Medical, 15% removed. Gillette Satellite, 14% removed. Pure Storage, 13% removed. Cerigen Networks, 13% removed. A lot, 13% removed. Plassen Industry, 12% removed. Partner Communications, 12% removed. Magic Software, Tencent, again, Tencent has been popping up in past few days. They have continued to remove major portion of it, as you can see in the shares trend. Only company present in 5 ETFs. Only other company is UiPath, which is present in all 6 ETFs, discounting Israel and print, obviously. Then you have Matrix, Matrix also removed 10%. So truly biggest removals are Tencent, 27 million value removed there, and then Pure Storage also a lot of value removed there as well. So that's the biggest move by percentage of shares. So let's make this 0 and then increase the market value change to, let's say, 20, because just to make it more consumable, maybe even more than that, because otherwise it's just too much to handle. Yeah, hardly anything green there. So let's sort this, and the reddest red is Tesla. So stock price going down to 653 today, and they have also adjusted around 48,000 shares that are removed. Then you have Teladoc Health. Look at this, all the single digit ranking, all the biggest moves are there. A lot more single digit rankings there, and double digit, lower double digit. So Tesla, Teladoc, then you have Roku, third biggest, Shopify, then you have Zoom, Twilio, Spotify, then you have 10x Genomics, a lot of negatives there. All of them 1% remove. It's more of an adjustment rather than them selling the share. Then you have DraftKings. So this is what we are going to feature today. DraftKings is ranking 22 right now in their shares, 1% removed, $41 million difference that it made. So we'll be putting spotlight on this in just a bit, showing more details, more bigger trend, longer trend there of ARK's position. Unity, Exact Sciences, Unity Software, please feel free to pause and take a look at the trend of the company you're interested in. Coinbase also will feature that again in an episode, maybe tomorrow or day after. Tomorrow we'll be doing mid-month updates. So first 15 days of July, we'll be putting a spotlight on those. So 15 days, what did they do? So please tune in for tomorrow. So today, again, in Coinbase, they added 3% extra shares, 157,000. 35 million difference there. DocuSign, negative. You have Fate Therapeutics, Pure Storage, Squaring, Palantir. Also, we featured Palantir yesterday. Again, today, 277,000 shares removed there or adjusted. So anything 1% or under 1% can be called as adjustment. That's what I heard. Iovance Biotherapeutics, again, down there. So that's the biggest move by market value. Not a great day for ARK, as we saw in the summary section also. It's down 3.6%, which is pretty huge because we're talking in billions here. Then you have overall portfolio, very red today. Tesla being the reddest red. Let's see. Okay, so now the section is new and removed companies. So let's take a look at the 13 new companies that I've been talking about that they added to the portfolio, all of them in Israel. Actually, not all of them in Israel. There are 2 that are in print as well. Sorry about that. So 11 new in Israel and only 2 in print. So I'll have to fix the banner, looks like. So yeah, 11 new in Israel and 2 in print. And as you can see, this is the investment, not a big investment at all. Most of them under 1 million, some of them at 1 million mark, and just one which is at 2 million mark. This is their stock price. This is the number of shares. So that's the new companies. Now let's put the spotlight. Let's go to the spotlight section and put the spotlight on DraftKings. That's the company that we are putting a spotlight, and a lot of people interested in that. So let's take a look. Uncheck that and select only DraftKings. Increase the date range to all the way since I've been recording, which is January 26th. And look at that chart. Very, very bullish. They have been buying more and more and more since ever. Even more bullish than Palantir looks like. So Palantir was 14x more shares since the beginning of, since the time I've been recording. But shares only tell half the story, right? So market value is the trend that we should be looking at. So Palantir, they are invested in Palantir slightly more than DraftKings, because this is 0.56 billion and Palantir was at around 0.6 billion. So look at the big spikes here where they purchase more and more shares of DraftKings. Started with 0.6 million. Well, since I have been recording, it was 6.6 billion in January to 12.4 million. So that's like 24%, or at least 20k. Oh, sorry, 20x increase in number of shares. A stock price, a similar story like Palantir, was a bit of a roller coaster there. The highest that it has reached at the end of the day price is $72, and the lowest it has gone to is 41, and it had recovered going back to 55, but again it's down to $44.90 today. So that's the market value trend, very bullish there. This trend takes the shape of either this chart or this chart, whichever one is more overpowering. Here obviously taking shape of shares count trend, because that just dominates. They just kept buying every day. Now let's also take a look at this fun chart, which is rankings of all the companies that they are invested in through the time range that we have selected. So when I click on DraftKings, you'll see that they started investing in DraftKings in February sometime, and it's at that time the rank was 138 ranking there, and then they kept on buying more and more, and hence the rank kept on increasing throughout, now reaching rank 22. So yeah, it has replaced Palantir as rank 22, looks like. I can quickly take a look at the Palantir also, what's the rank now. But so this is DraftKings rank 22. The highest it had reached was 19, looks like. Palantir had reached 15 as well. So both of them have reached, made it to top 20, but now falling back to 22. So that's DraftKings, guys. Very bullish on that. And there are some adjustments. So always look at the climate, not the weather. Look at the long term. So let's also slice it by ETFs and see. So it is present in 3 ETFs. The ARKK being the one where they are most bullish. Maximum position is there. Then there are 2 more. ARKW, slowly increasing that position as well. And ARKF, also slightly upward trend, but not as much. So those are the 3 ETFs that they are invested in. That's their market value in those 3 ETFs. Stock price is stock price, doesn't matter which ETF they are in. So that's your daily dose, guys. That was DraftKings position, and I'll see you tomorrow with the mid-month update. So we'll do July, from July 1st to July 15th. Look at all the biggest moves in those 15 days. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.